A squirrel was recently found stuck in a trap in Turkey. Unfortunately, the poor critter's front legs had to be amputated. But medics couldn't just stand by and put down the little squirrel, so they figured out a way to help him move around. This is how this little fluff became the first squirrel in the world with prosthetic limbs. Well, they're wheels, not actual tiny paws, but it's something. Yes, we know it sounds weird, but wait until you see the photographs. This little squirrel was quite in a trouble when a man discovered it. It was caught in a trap in a city called Batman in Turkey. The young man didn't know what else to do to help, so he started searching for a vet. There was no time to waste, as the poor critter was in pain and critically injured. That's when the young man realized that he should find a vet fast. He would soon get help from a vet who's also an animal rights activist. The young man called Tayfun Demir, who said that a young man rescued him from the trap in Batman and found me and my videos and posts as a result of his researches. The little critter received the name Karamel, and soon it would receive more. Nobody wanted to put down the squirrel, and later many people reacted negatively to the decision. Instead, Karamel was sedated and entered surgery. It took 6 hours of surgery to save Karamel's life, and then a second operation. It might take a while to get accustomed to his new limbs, but Karamel is alive and really wants to hop around. He will have to adjust to his new pair of wheels though. The great thing is that he gets to live and move around on his own. You won't believe how the squirrel reacted the first time he tried the new set of wheels. But how did he actually get these awesome wheels? This is where a computer engineer and Istanbul Aydın University worked together with other scientists and doctors to find a way and give Karamel a chance to walk. Their creation is simply incredible. See it for yourself in the following photos. According to the Daily Sabah, it was all possible through a pioneer project led by Tayfun Demir and orthopedists Mustafa Gültekin, Dr. Tolga Satana. There was also a physical therapist, Ilham Kups. All of them focused on saving this squirrel. You might have never heard of squirrels with bionic arms before, and that's because it wasn't done until now. Karamel now has prosthetic wheels so that he won't get slowed down. But at first, the little critter had some difficulties. Just like everyone else learning to walk again with a prosthetic leg or move a prosthetic arm, Karamel was adjusting to her new wheels. She couldn't walk at first, but before doing that, she had to accept that foreign piece as part of her body. But after a few days, orthopedist Mustafa Gültekin said in an interview that Karamel first needed time to adjust and then he could go to the next phase. He is a wild animal trying to live in a home. He has a foreign object attached to his body. Karamel had to do one thing. His reaction to this object was important to us. We passed this phase. We are now at the phase of walking, continued Dr. Mustafa Gültekin. And by the look of it, it seems that this brave little animal is doing great so far. Tayfun Demir has a pet squirrel at home, and he's aware that there are amateur hunters that target these little animals, although it is illegal. The chance of living after being crippled is next to zero. Thankfully, the young man contacted him, and when he heard about the story, when he heard about the case, Demir knew he had to help. He loved squirrels and thought he should do something to make Karamel's life easier. That's how he became the first of his kind with prosthetic arms. Well, they're actually wheels. Karamel the squirrel soon recovered from his surgeries, and after his painful encounter with the trap, he is now able to walk again. His wheels are positioned and he's ready to face the world. But what will happen to him next? Karamel will surely be living in a house with someone that can take care of him. Squirrels in the wild need to climb trees, and they will feed themselves by holding food with their arms, which Karamel lacks. His wheels will only help him move around. "This squirrel is my inspiration," said one person reacting to the video of Karamel moving in his new wheels. "I hope they don't release him back into the wild. He'd last all of 2 minutes," said one other worried person. However, negative responses poured in. "Utterly useless," reacted a person, saying that the squirrel is a tree-dwelling animal and wheels will not help him climb. "Just kindly euthanize it," he said. Most of them were appalled. He's not a science experiment, he's an animal. Although many people had the right intentions saying Karamel should have been euthanized, the doctors also did their best to help the animal. They've also built a device that could lead to other similar prosthetics usable for other cases. Whenever we see an animal in need of help, most of us stop and do our best. Just like the young man tried to save Karamel, and like the doctors that wanted to improve its quality of life, even though it's just a tiny rodent. Karamel might not understand what's happening. Maybe he was better off euthanized, or he's better off alive. If he gets help to eat and drink, we say he's trying his best. Everyone deserves a chance at life.
This story was really incredible, but you will like the next one more.
Puppy barks at owner's unborn child, helps uncover a deadly danger. There are many stories about dogs who warn their owners about incoming dangers. It's like they have a sixth sense which helps them see what's about to happen next. Dogs especially are able to detect subtle emotions which we often overlook. With that being said, it should come as no surprise that Alhana Butler got worried when her dog suddenly started acting weird from the moment she got pregnant. Fortunately for Alhana, the dog picked up something that was putting her health at risk. Owning a pet is amazing, and they are just like another member of the family. However, things got strange when Alhana Butler and her fiance, Ricky, got pregnant. Their Akita Inu dog started acting quite weird. Alhana and Ricky have been trying to get pregnant for a while now, and they couldn't be happier when they found that they were going to have a baby. On the other hand, their pet dog was not that happy about what was going on. Why do you think the dog started acting strange? Keola is the name of the dog, and as you can clearly see, she wasn't too happy about her owner's pregnancy. You won't believe what Keola did after her owner got pregnant. Keola kept her nose pressed against Alhana's belly at all times. This weird behavior didn't seem to bother Alhana that much, and she ignored what Keola was doing. Little did she knew that Keola was trying to let her know that her life is in danger. Alhana decided to stop worrying about Keola's behavior, and she started getting ready for motherhood. As time passed on, it became harder for Alhana not to wonder about what Keola wants to tell her. This is when things got serious. Things got serious when Keola was not even letting Ricky touch Alhana's belly. This didn't happen before, and Ricky realized that Keola must have a good reason for acting like this. Unfortunately, this is when things took a turn for the worse. Check out what happened to Alhana. After 18 weeks of being pregnant, Alhana's back suddenly started hurting. Was this what Keola was sensing all along? The pain got worse over time, and Alhana decided that it was best for her to check in with the doctor. This is what the doctor told her. The doctor told Alhana that there is nothing for her to worry about. The back pain she is suffering comes from the baby's weight. Alhana put her trust in the doctor and decided to head home, but what she did next saved her life. Right after getting home, the dog started acting weird once again. This is when Alhana decided to make a Facebook post and ask people about what was going on with her dog. To Alhana's surprise, everyone told her to trust the dog's instincts and to get another checkup. Alhana was still unsure about this, and her mother decided to step in. Alhana's mother saw the Facebook post, and she decided to convince her daughter to get another checkup, just to be sure. Who knows, maybe the dog was onto something. You will be shocked to find out what the new doctor told her. The doctor found out that Alhana has a double kidney infection. This is a life-threatening condition, and she could have died. The doctor didn't waste any time, especially since Alhana was pregnant, and decided to do this next thing. Time was of the essence, and she was put on a serious antibiotic regimen which would help reverse her kidney damage. This made Alhana realize something quite important about Keola. Alhana realized that Keola didn't only save her life, but her baby as well. She learned a valuable lesson that day, and she will forever listen to her dog's instincts from now on. Alhana eventually got better and gave birth to a baby boy. Keep watching to see him. This is Lincoln, the baby that Keola helped save. The most amazing thing happened when Alhana brought Lincoln home for the first time. Usually, dogs are jealous when their owners have babies because they give all their attention to them. However, this is not the case for Keola, since she instantly fell in love with Lincoln. Although, Alhana wasn't sure she should let Keola around the baby. At first, Alhana kept a close eye on Keola whenever she was around the baby. No one can blame Alhana for being extra careful around her newborn baby, but what she saw next amazed her. Alhana saw that Keola was acting as a guardian to Lincoln. Despite being a big and strong animal, Keola was really gentle whenever she came around Lincoln. This warmed Alhana's heart, and she couldn't be happier. Want to know what's even better than this? The best thing about this is that Lincoln felt safe around Keola and he loved playing with her. Keola would play with him until he fell asleep, and this made Alhannah's job as a mother so much easier. Here's their baby boy. Check him out in the following photos. Time passed and Lincoln started getting bigger, but Keola was still treating him like a pup. Alhannah says that she loves going out on walks around the neighborhood with Keola and Lincoln. This is what we can take from this lovely story. Dogs are wise, and Alhannah's story proves that they also have a sixth sense when it comes to life-threatening scenarios. Fortunately, Alhannah decided to listen to her dog and got checked up by a special doctor before things took a turn for the worse.